everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and today we're going to make a patriotic peat pot. So I grabbed some of these 3-inch peat pots. I think I got these at Walmart. I'm going to take some masking tape and I'm going to run it halfway down the peat pot. You can use painter's tape too if that's all you have. And I'm just going to make like a straight line. As you can see, I kind of have to bunch up some of the tape to make sure that it goes straight because the peat pot is like slanted. So now that I have that all on, I'm going to take the top half and I'm going to paint that with a navy blue. I think it's like dark navy blue or something like that. Once I have the top all painted, I marked off 1-inch spots all the way around the pot, and I'm going to paint red and white stripes on those. On this pot, for the 1-inch ones, it was 4 white and 4 red stripes. They're about 1 inch. You know, when you start painting, you kind of go over a little bit, which is totally fine. And you want to do that around the whole bottom of the pot. Here you can see my markings. Once I had that all done, I am going to take this star stencil that I had. I actually cut this piece out of another stencil so it was easier to work with. And I'm going to put a star above every stripe. And I'm just going to use a pouncer from Dollar Tree to do so. And you can use any star stencil that you want, or you could just actually, you know, paint them on if you're really skilled with a paintbrush. As you can see, I got them all the way around the whole pot. Next, I'm going to take some brown wax, and I actually diluted it a little with some water, and I'm going to go around and put a line of brown wax on each of the stripes in between each of the white and the red stripes. Getting a little bit more onto the white because you won't see it as much on the red. And I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And it dries pretty fast because it's a peat pot, so everything kind of gets sucked up into it. And then I'm just going to take my blender and I'm going to add some more wax. I also wet that just to make sure that it goes on nice and smooth. I'm going to give this a really vintage look. Next, I took this stylus that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to poke a hole in either side of the peat pot. And I made sure that I evenly did it so it was evenly across. Then I'm going to take some rusty wire that I had, and I'm going to run that through on either side, and I'm going to take a pencil and twist at the end so that it has like a little curl, and I just twisted around a pencil that I had, and then push it into the pot, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. And you want to cut the wire down to a sufficient size handle that you want. And there it is with the wire all on it. Next, I'm going to take this grubby tag that I had. I just coffee stained a tag. And I'm just going to write out the word USA. And this doesn't have to be perfect. This is supposed to be like primitive and rustic, so it's completely fine. Next, I'm going to fill that pot with some Spanish moss. And cut off all the excess because that stuff gets really wiry. I'm going to take this little grubby candle that I have, and I'm going to set that right inside. Then I'm going to take the USA tag that I just did, and I'm going to run a piece of coffee dyed muslin through it and just tie that on to the end of the pot right on the handle. So it kind of hangs off the side. And I had this little rusty star I added to the top of the tag, and it kind of covers the whole of the tag. This is totally optional. You don't have to do that. And then next I added this little cutout that I got on Amazon of this little girl and little boy all dressed in patriotic, and added that to the top. And that is it. How simple is this? It's so cute. It would look amazing on a tiered tray or in some sort of vignette. I absolutely love the way this turned out. I love primitive Americana, and this is just adorable. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos. If you're interested in these little cutouts, let me know, and I'll put a link in the comments.